doing, people? Robert here. We've just left Dumbarton Sheriff Court, this man here should never have been in the first place. It's a corporate place of business, people. It's no courts of law. And everything in there that's being tried in these civil hearings is for legal fictions that doesn't exist. Like Dumbartonshire Council, that's a fiction that has no life. But people are losing their property and their assets with this name. This man here bought a car last year, October last year, lawfully bought the car. He didn't know there were an outstanding debt on it. And what happened is, because he registered it in his name, which he should never have did, the solicitors took him to court and tried to hold him liable for a debt he did not owe. Now, DWF solicitors is the solicitors involved in this. Neil Tosh is the solicitor. It's basically went into that court at least 4 times and lied, saying that this man owed a debt he didn't owe. The last 3 hearings, he's been trying to claim expenses, and the judges, well, I can't call him a judge. I just say the man in a robe never granted him because he never won the case. Recently, the last time he was here, the judge tried to be awkward. I get kicked out of the case because the lawyer discredited me. He had 20 pieces of paper with information relating to my YouTube channel, how I attack judges, how I attack reporters, and how I attack people in the legal system, legal society. And he called me a campaigner. I am not a campaigner, people. I'm here to waken up the people for the fraud that's being put against them, perpetrated against them. And that's what's happened with the legal system, legal society. They're all paid liars. Now this man here, what we did is we done 3 letters. 2 was to the partners at DWF, Ricky Cannon and Paul Pignatelli, 2 partners that own the company, and told them that the man tried to get this man arrested, which they did do. He asked the court to do a decree and asked for him to be apprehended, arrested and detained until he returned the car. But the problem that the man Neil Tosh, the solicitor acting under a robe, had was that this man sold the car, so he had no knowledge of any debt at the time, and he wasn't aware of the decree until it was served on him. This man has went in there and bear false witness against this man. He's used fraud and he's uttered false documents for a debt that does not exist. Now, when I wrote to DWF solicitors, I asked them to verify the debt, the lawful terms and conditions, the equal consideration that was given to this man that they said that he owed. A wet signed invoice, not a statement, because a statement is null and void because it's for a fiction. There's no signature on it. You want a man or woman to sign the document. And what man or woman was making the claim? Well, in this case it was Santander, a dead legal fiction that has no life, does not exist. I then wrote to Mark Nathan Bostock, the director of Santander, and asked him to verify the debt that this man's supposed to owe, and this is a man. Within a couple of days, he got an email from Neil Tosh, for DWF Solicitors, 110 Queen Street, telling him that he knows that he was anxious to get rid of the case, and basically he had to talk to his client. So the man here, Mark, wrote back in an email and told him, on the basis that they said that the case would be dismissed and there was no outstanding debt. He got a reply the same day in a short period of time telling that the client had agreed to dismiss the case. And the reason that happened, people, is because this man never owed a debt to start off with. It was fabricated when it went to the court. And the thing I want to point out here, these lawyer liars, who's of Babylon, are lying about people all the time. They're using dead legal fictions like Dumbartonshire Council, Glasgow City Council, Santander, Clydesdale Bank. These are dead fictions that have no life, cannot make a claim. And this is how people are losing their homes, their property and their bank accounts, because fraud is being committed on a wide scale right across England, Ireland and Wales and Scotland. If people stop burying their head in the sand and challenge the debt, people. I'm going to do a video in the next couple of days how to address the debt and upon proof of claim. Now, this is the stuff I did for this man Mark, and within one letter to 3 different people each, the case has been dropped. I'm going to let Mark say, Mark's also had 2 lawyers before this. He's went to see lawyer liars, and they've told him there was no out for him. that he would just have to face the consequences of what was happening. Well, I've just proved the legal system, the legal society, and the wrongdoer, Neil Tosh, a liar. Because I've got this man a result, I've helped him, he fought his own case. Another thing the man will tell you is you don't need a lawyer, a liar, or a whore of Babylon to fight your case. On you go, man.
People have been helped by Robert. In the court by Neil Tosh, he hunted me down, wouldn't let me go. And the lawyers I spoke to said there was a bit of trickery in the case, they weren't interested, there was no way out for me. The judge even said to me on several occasions I needed a lawyer. I didn't go that way, I followed Robert, trusted him, I know him. And up to now, never steered me away. Plenty of letters, plenty of paperwork back and forward. And the final blow, as Robert says, the killer blow, was in the last 3 letters, one to each of the parties, not the lawyer in concern, no, but he was the only one that replied to me. Santander, there clearly is a dead legal fiction, as I've walked away from this case now. Only a couple of months ago I was facing 6 months imprisonment for it, but the judge even said that it was going to go that way. And obviously with me walking away today with nothing, tells me that this man here knows his stuff. Trusted him and it's paid off. I've kept my paperwork because we'll probably challenge us in the future to what's going on in there. Quite sad that so many people have been steered down the wrong path, and it shows that the lawyers are obviously feeding the lawyers. You just need to know the facts. The judge did ask me what went on and why the lawyer Neil Tosh wasn't there today, and that's why this was all put to bed. And I did say the facts were stated, obviously by this man here. I was just merely standing there, wording exactly what I should be wording, and now I've walked away as a free man.
This is the thing as well, people. A week ago, I was going to do something unique, and I phoned them out the blue, and I told them I was going to turn it 180 degrees. I was going to do something entirely different, and this is what I've done today. This man now is debt-free because he challenged a debt that doesn't exist. All debts are done through legal dead fictions that have no life, people, and you people have to pay attention to what I'm telling you. This is the prime fact. Now, I respect Mark because everything I told him to do, he done. And I appreciate the trust he gave within myself to assist him. And I told him at the very start, I didn't tell him I would get a result. I told him if I can get a result, he'll get a result. And that's a fact, and he's just got a result. These people that go in there representing people are not representing the man or woman, people. This is the bit you have to get and click onto. They represent dead legal fictions. Person is non-existent. As I keep telling you in the videos, you're either a man or a woman, but you're not a person. And I'm going to ask Mark a wee question here. Mark, what are you? Are you a man or a person?
Definitely a man.
But it was a person that was in the court that they were trying on a bit of paper.
It was, and I walked away as a free man today, so I know it works.
So there you go, there's a proof of the pudding. I'm proud of this man because I've helped him, I've assisted him. I get kicked out of the case because of the dishonour of the man Neil Tosh. He stood and lied. The man in the robe, in capacity as sheriff, wouldn't let me rebut certain things he said because he told lies in that court. And even more so, he's told lies about this man owing a debt. Neil Tosh wasn't at court today, somebody else was sent, and I know why, because he can't handle the shame. He willfully and deliberately went into this court building, paid by the people's purse, and lied. And this is what these liars, whores of Babylon are doing every day against the people. And this point has been proven. I'm just so happy that this man had trusted me to help him to resolve this matter. I didn't know if I could do it, people, but I've done what I've done. And I know that it worked because I challenged the debt. No man or woman will come forward and make a claim to the debt. That's why they use fictions. Ask them who the man or woman is. Full disclosure, the lawful terms and conditions, and what equal consideration was given for you to owe a debt. Remember this, people, when you've got credit card debt or mortgage debt, when you put your wet signature on that document, you're creating the credit, and what's actually happening, they're giving you the credit back, but they're charging you a price on top of it. You don't owe the debt, you create it. If you didn't sign the document with your wet signature, there would be no debt, there would be no credit, and that's a fact. Pay attention to what I'm telling you, people. I'm for real, and I'm only trying to awaken the people. There's a lot of people out there thinking I'm an idiot, because they don't understand. They're the idiot. And idiot isn't a bad word because they don't understand what I understand and what I know, what I see and what I have first-hand knowledge. Anyway, people, I'm going to leave it at that. If you like this information, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And please make this video viral. And one thing I'd like to do is I'd like to thank my father, because no matter where I go, how I go, and where I appear at, or in, whatever you want to call it, my family support me. My father thought I was a nutcase, but now my father's been in my full journey. He knows I'm not a nutcase and he knows I'm right on the button. And so do these people in these buildings. That's why he kicked me out of the case. Because if I would have got into that case, I would have destroyed Neil Tosh in that case without a shadow of a doubt. And the point has been proven. Anyway, people, it's a lovely day, a lovely result for this man. He's debt free, no any more worries for something he doesn't owe. And I'm happy for him. Pay attention, people. Do your research and your diligence and start educating yourself the way I have, and you'll get results in your life. Your life will be better and change will happen. Take care, people. Be safe. Bye-bye.